Hi, I'm Kelly at Book and Paper Arts, and today I want to show you a piece that I've been working on recently. A friend asked me if I wanted to exchange some mail art with her, and since I've not really been able to do bigger pieces recently, I said, yes, please. I haven't made a process video, but I did want to show you the finished piece before it walks out the door later today. I've done this, since it's mail art, on a series of vintage envelopes that are all nestled inside of each other. This one is a sort of a light blue. By the way, if you want to work with vintage envelopes and you don't have any, I have some ideas for how you can source those that I'll talk about at the end of the video, so stick around. This one is postmarked 1919. And I love how it has all this stamping. You got those kind of stamps. Les Bureaux de Poste. And I added to them these kingfishers, which were from a textbook that I bought. It's from 1912, and I got it at a thrift store way back in the day. On the back, I've added this little tableau, just with some brown and caramel colors, tea bag, and this bird's egg. I have some free printable scans of vintage bird eggs for you today, and again at the end of the video I'll tell you where to find those. Inside this one is a smaller envelope. Some stamping and handwritten bits. He's from an old science guide, I think 1860s. And then on the back I've added another butterfly on this hand-torn, handwritten bit. Now this envelope has kind of had it, and I don't care. That's just part of the story. And inside of this one is the smallest envelope. It's postmarked Paris. And these are two baby kingfishers. Originally, they were all part of the same picture. And on the back, I made a pull tab with one of the vintage eggs. And inside is a card. These are vintage eggs that I printed on tracing paper and then glued that to some cheesecloth that I then coffee stained. If you would like to find your own vintage envelopes and you don't have a stash, I have two suggestions. The first is that you look on eBay or Etsy using keywords such as vintage envelopes lot or job lot. If you do a saved search, you're going to find some of them are pricey, but you're going to find that they actually often are not. They're not intrinsically valuable unless they have great stamps. So do a saved search on vintage envelopes, and you'll find one in your price range in time. The other thing that I always suggest is ask. Talk to your friends. Talk to people at church. Talk to people in your book reading group. Or talk to people in line at the supermarket. Talk to your librarians and tell them, hey, I'm looking for handwritten envelopes or vintage envelopes. I can tell you right now that you probably know somebody who has a stash and they feel guilty about getting rid of them, and so they're going to be grateful to you. So ask, ask, ask. If you want these vintage bird's eggs, I have a link to that in the text box below this video. I'm also going to put the link in the first pinned comment. So they're free. Go get them. Join me in a few days for a new tutorial. And And in the meantime, happy making.